Yo, welcome to episode 5 of the Redraft Rejects. As you already know, I'm the commish, the founder of this whole EFL thing, Mr. 2 and 2. Holla at your boy, finally became 500. This is my co-host, Pat. I'm not going to say that name because that shit is bullshit. But
Riddle me this:
I,
bald and yellow Smurf like fellows, and
that
I'm 1-3, man.
where is this coming from? Why am I taking early shots for no reason, bro?
Because I already know what this episode gonna be like. I'm one
Uh,
and three, you 2-2.
it's listen. A lot of good players are 2 and 2 in this league. There's a lot of it's. I'm surprised you lost to Chris, bro.
I'm,
We spoke about it earlier in the week. We was like, I should be. You should be like, I should get a win. I'm like, you should, but that's not
but
how
I
the
also
football guy.
said this was the last week that I'm gonna tinker and figure out shit.
You did,
So
you did. This is not
now that I have
a.
my lane that I'm should be taking, I should be all right from this point on.
So, all right, we already got two people in here. One is our usual guy, Alex. What's up, Alex? Not surprised about the 1 and 3 or you being part of the 2 and 2 club. But you already know, man. It was put it like this, man. Was it Monday night? No, Sunday night, right? Ravens Bills.
Yeah,
I was fucking sweating, yo. I had a big lead against Marcus and his quartet of Ravens because your man had Likely, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, fucking
we had the
Anquan
whole team.
Bolden. Anquan Bolden was still in his lineup. Derrick Mason. Your man has had every Raven you could possibly think. Um, Gave me a run for my money, but when you are a former champ, you just you just come out on top, no pause. You feel me?
Why no pause? Why you keep going that way? And this
Look,
is why I put what I put.
if this motherfucker been talking shit all season, 4-0 gang, it's lonely up here. That
Don't
it's
worry, he's gonna get knocked off his pedestal real soon. Real
this
soon.
week. This week, I guarantee that shit. But we're about to go to the first matchup of the week. As always, we skip ours, so we got Jalen versus Jeff, and for whatever reason, Jalen was like, hopefully I can hold on to this lead. I don't know why Jalen was feeling nervous, but Jalen waxed that Jew's ass 129-10 to 98-59. Jalen might be I don't even know if I can say his name without getting canceled, but he might be the new, you feel me? Killing the Jew like that, bro.
Yo,
on
you might as well say it. We're gonna get canceled regardless.
Nah. On Jeff's side, your man started Brock Purdy, who gave him a little 16.5, nothing crazy. Uh,
Better than other quarterbacks in the damn
Listen,
league.
as always, you would want from your quarterback in the 20s, right? I think that's what everybody strives for
Of course.
to get from your quarterback. So 16.5 is not ideal for Jeff, but you know what? It's like you said, it's better than some other quarterbacks. Then your man started Brian Robinson and his RB1, 21.55 for B Rob. J.K. Dobbins that he just got in a trade from Alex. Don't remember the exact details off the top of my head, but I believe he gave up
He
Ayuk.
gave up AJ.
No, he gave up Ayuk and someone else for um J.K. Dobbins and maybe Drake London. I can't remember off the top. There's been a
Drake
lot of
London
moves this
was
past
part of
week.
that trade, I believe so. No, that wasn't that trade.
That was the trade before, right? I figured
That
that.
was the last trade they did. Yeah.
So J.K. Dobbins, you figured a hurt uh, Herbert going against a tough Kansas City defense wasn't a good matchup for J.K. Gave Jeff 9.95. Then he may started Debo, which is coming back from a one game rest, with an injury, 10.45. Started the other 49er receiver, Brandon Ayuk, 7.30. So this is the problem when you start stacking players. When you have a quarterback and a receiver stack, or like how Jeff has right now with multiple receivers and the quarterback, if their offense is clicking and they're fucking scoring, you're gonna blow somebody out, bro. Like,
That's a fact. That's an absolute
but
fact.
if their offense is shits the bed that week, you're fucked because now you put all your baskets, all your eggs into one team, which for Jeff is the 49ers. And the 49ers, they won 30-13, but uh you got Debo who had 3 catches for 58 yards, no touchdown. Sorry about that. And then Ayuk, he had 2 catches for 48 yards, no
And don't
touchdown.
forget, he got Jennings on his bench,
What happened?
and he has Jennings on his bench.
Yes. So you may could start all three receivers, bro.
And mind you, he had Jordan Mason
He had until yep. So
into the trade.
then we got in his tight end position, he has Jake Ferguson, which Jeff is very high on Jake Ferguson. We spoke late last week, early this week, and he feels Jake Ferguson's about to come alive. 11.4 his tight end position. Drake London, who's no longer on his roster with 12.9 points for Drake and his flex. Then your man had the kicker for the Detroit Lions, Jake Bates, gave him 6 points even. And then the Dolphins defense, 2.54 points on the defense. Jeff, you got back Jordan Love. You left Jordan Love on the bench for 39.05, Jeff. So just alone, I can tell you right now, you're a baller on the bench. Like, you have a baller on the bench with Jordan Love. So surprising. I'm surprised you didn't put him in, and I get it. He just came back from being out since the end of the Eagle game. He missed a couple things, but hey, it is what it is, man. We're not fucking fortune telling. We can't see into the future. We don't know who's gonna ball out, who's not. But you know who did ball out? My boy Jalen, man. Like he mentioned, 4-0. Shout outs to Jalen. Give him a little round of applause to Jalen. Finally looking good out here in the fantasy world. Making a name for yourself in the 2024 season. But Jalen also another quarterback that shit the bed. Kyler Murray, 9.4 points from Kyler. But he didn't need that shit, man.
He definitely didn't.
Jalen could have, Kyler could have gave Jalen 0. He would have still waxed that ass. But Saquon, 14.35. Terrible, terrible, terrible fucking week for the Eagles. Nick Sirianni, I'm telling you right now, you fuck up one more game, you're getting fired, bro.
But hold on. Wasn't you just high up his ass?
No, listen. I support the team 100%, but what they showed and displayed looked like the playoff game from last year. We couldn't fucking tackle. Baker Mayfield's dotting us up, looking like fucking Tom Brady. Tom Brady's in the booth. He's fucking terrible commentator. Tom Brady, you should just come back and be a backup somewhere because you are fucking terrible in the booth, TB. But
Tony Romo is better than Tom Brady.
Tony Romo is the GOAT commentator as far as former players, and Greg Olsen.
And Greg.
I don't fuck with TB, man. But Saquon, 14.35. As Jalen calls him, the PPR cheat code, the PPR monster, the PPR, whatever Jalen's mentioned. Alvin Kamara, 26.9 points, man. He had 7 receptions on 9 targets. Kamara, Jalen knew this, man. He knew it. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 23.10. Mike Evans, who was fucking destroying us all game, 24.65. Sam Laporta looked like he's coming alive. I don't know. Tight ends might be stepping up now. 10.05. Nice tight end position. Jacoby Myers, who I had dropped. Jalen was smart enough to pick him up because he has Devontae Adams, who was ruled out. Gave Jalen 10.65 in his flex. Not the best, not the worst. It's better than 0. I can tell you that much. Kicker, Matt Prater from the Cardinals with 2 points, and the Saints defense with 8 points, which Jalen released both of them. I guess they didn't cut it for you, Jalen. I get it. You stream kickers, you stream defense. You're not like Conrad, who draft 2 kickers and draft 2 defense. I didn't forget Conrad, all right? I did not forget. But you want to take over the next one, or you want me to keep going?
Sure, I got the next one. In this matchup, we got Trav, Mr. Potato Head himself, versus Sheriff's boy Drew.
Sheriff's boy RD.
Sheriff's boy RD. Travis kicked his ass 136.23 to 103.65. For Drew, let's go with your quarterback over there with that bald ass eagle behind you and your bald ass head. Jalen Hurts gave him 12.90. He had Bijan Robinson at RB1 with 12.15. He had Tony Pollard who showed out. Um, and, with Tennessee showing out against Miami. Miami going to be an easy win all year round,
Wow.
unfortunately. He put up 19.55. He had 22 carries for 88 yards, one touchdown, 2 for 2 in receptions, 20 yards on the ground. Well, catching the ball. Uh,
Oh my God! Hold on, before you continue, Pat looks like he's a part of the Big Bone Thugs and Harmony.
you too.
Yo, that is the bone, 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 bone,
Bow,
bone,
bow,
bone.
bow,
What you
bow, bow.
gonna do? Ain't no place to hide.
Ah, you got it. You look like you part of it too. You
Dead
look
now.
like T
Gotta get
Bone.
the money. Ooh, gotta get the money on.
At wide receiver one for Drew, he had Jalen. Well, who he had? Let me see. I'm fucking up.
Yep, can't
Jalen.
read.
Where I'm at?
Jalen Naylor from the Vikings, because your
Oh
man's can't
shit! I went to
read.
the other. No, I'm sitting here looking at somebody else's lineup. Let me get back to it. All right. We had Jalen
Naylor.
Nailier at 2.35. Then we had Amari Cooper. He back to his shitty ways. You heard? Shut up. I was on the wrong page,
Sounded out.
jackass.
Sounded out, bro.
Amari Cooper with 8 points. Travis Kelsey finally woke up. 16.40. Man, he's about to liven up now that Rashid Rice, you know what I mean, is going through his little situation. He had Xavier Worthy with 16.80. At kicker, he had Brandon Aubrey with 9.50. And then he had the Cowboys defense with
Yo,
6 points.
before you go on to Travis's team, let's bring up some conspiracy that's been going on. Naylor, I hardly know her. So Brandon Aubrey's been lights out since he joined the league. Kicking that shit from 66, 58, whatever. They're saying that the fix is in and that missed field goal had the Giants cover the spread. But I think he missed a 40 something yarder.
I'll tell you
Something
right
that he
now.
does that shit.
Nah, he missed a 50-yarder.
It was 50.
It was 50.
Something that he does with his eyes closed, just so the Giants can cover the spread. How you feel about that, man? And first of all, how you feel about the Giants, which people say that their offense is terrible, being losing a close game 20-15 against the Cowboys last Thursday night?
I'm gonna be honest. At this point, we expect them to lose to the Cowboys like that. Like it happens every season. One win is a blowout for the Cowboys. Next matchup is not a blowout. Uh,
Now, do you think that's do you think it's Daniel Jones's fault that the game was lost? Because from what I saw as an outsider watching the game, no ties to either of them. I wish you guys would have both lost. Honestly,
shut up.
um, it seemed like Daniel Jones was hitting the receivers; they just weren't catching the balls, man.
I can't say that because at one point Wendell was what 7 for 7 for receptions.
Yeah,
At one point, Neighbors was 6 for 8. Everybody was catching. The only person that was having issues with keeping holding on to the ball was Devin Singletary. And of course, man, I don't know if they got to add more a different scheme. If they got to start motioning more, it's just that offense looked plain to me. Like I don't know what it is at this point.
yeah. Head over to Mr. Potato Head side real quick, man.
Mr. Potato Head, he had Cool Joe Burrow with 22.60 points. Then he had Josh Jacobs at his RB1 with 12.30. He had James Conner at RB2 with 20.05. Jameer Chase looking like the Jameer Chase of old for the last 2 weeks. He's had 18. He had 33 last week, but 18 is still amazing for a wide receiver. DK Metcalf, not Conrad, no calf, with 16.40. Yo, your man had 104 yards. And
Nah,
mind you, he lost the fumble. If he would have
yeah,
never lost the fumble, he would have cracked that 20 piece.
bro. DK
He
was wilding.
he was thugging it
He
out.
was bugging out, bro.
He was bugging out. They still lost, but he was bugging out. That was a great game, by the way. Detroit versus the Seahawks was a great game. Then who we had his what tight end?
Right then, yeah.
He had Brock Bowers with 5.6 points. Then he had Mr. Najee Harris, Mr. Najee Nicholas Harris. Is that his middle name? It sounds like that should be it.
I don't know, but we can roll with that.
With 1130. Then he had Mr. Butker at his kicker at 3.2. And then he had the 49ers defense with 26.78 points.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Yo, one interception, 13 points allowed, six sacks, four for forced fumbles, two fumble recoveries, one TD, and
Yeah,
two four down stops. They
yeah,
snapped on New England.
yeah. They did. When your defense is your highest scoring person on your fantasy team, uh, one, I think that's a problem, right? Because obviously the defense can't do that every week. So Trav, I would say, just a perfect matchup for you. But you not bad, man. Like Travis is, 2-2. He switched his profile to the pick of Diddy with the Mortal Kombat the guy the movie I can't Shang Tsung, I would say his name is Shang. So he got the Diddy pick. He got who's next? Like who's next for what, Trav? Are you saying you taking you the diddler?
And you know who you got next, right?
Nah, who?
The man with the unique name of Titan your Uranus.
Protect
Titan Uranus.
protect your
Protect your
holes.
holes is crazy, Mr.
Protect your
Baba.
holes. If you know, you know. Shout out to Rafi for protecting, for protecting your holes and his pocket dog, man. Run the
Yo,
next.
wasn't there somebody back in the day? Oh no, this was for Eddie. Mr. Yams?
Oh my God, yes. Eddie with the yams, the yambalans. Where's Trav at?
Yambulance.
I think
Yambulance. Yambulance.
but you spoke about Mr. Titan Uranus. He went up against Conrad this week. He changed his name to More Savage. Oh, look like the Yambalance.
The Yambulance.
So Alex changed his team name to More Savage this week, which um, clearly clearly your name didn't match your performance because Conrad waxed that ass by 20, 100.25 to 80.2. So I appreciate both of you guys putting up subpar weeks this week because that just made the increase of the points better for us. And I'm gonna tell you why. I was the highest scoring team in the league. Pat, you had Brian on your side, who's the second highest scoring team in the league. And you know who's the third highest scoring team in the league? Marcus, who's also on my division. So shout out to the SFC for making pink beards and Donald Trump wigs happen this year, man.
Man, this is some bullshit, to be honest.
Alex dropped to 2-2. He's part of the 2-2 club. If the playoffs ended today, Alex would just squeaked in. But thank God it's a long season and anything can happen. Alex started Josh Allen, who's been a absolute savage this year so far, but only put up 6.12 against the Baltimore defense. The offense wasn't clicking in Buffalo. They didn't look good. It's I don't know. Is Baltimore that good? I really don't know if they're that good or what. It was just a bad day. But 6.12 for Josh Allen. Devon A. Chain, who he traded for, we mentioned this in oh my God, hold on. Titan Uranuses is going to be a tight squeeze. He traded Kamara for A Chain. A Chain gave him 5.9. That whole offensive side of the ball in Miami's value is shit right now. No Tua. They had Skylar Thompson a couple weeks ago. They had Huntley last week. That offense is bad, man.
terrible. And we already had the conversation on who they should go get. Um, at this point, I don't even think they're gonna go get him. I just think
They're
they're
waiting for
gonna just
Tua.
trade away everything
No,
and
they're
just
waiting for Tua. Tua's they're saying he's supposed to be back after 4 weeks. So I think 2 more weeks without Tua, and he'll be back.
the
But
fact that they still want this crip running that offense.
as listen,
Like, come on, we know this man can't even. He probably can't even spell his own last name right now. Like,
look, I've never had a concussion. I can't even spell his name. So
boy,
that's
I
not
had
saying much.
several concussions, and that shit ain't no joke.
So we got in his RB1 spot, the Jordan Mason put up 25-25 for what looks to be like the RB1 in San Fran, because now you're hearing the Achilles tendonitis in both feet.
Yeah, that shit might be
So
bad.
who knows when CMC is going to return? So I think Kevin held on to CMC stock a little too long, and it's not looking good. His return on investment right there. But we got DJ Moore, 11.2 his wide receiver one. Terry McLaurin, 18.95. Him and Jaden Daniels looking like the real deal in Washington, man. They're looking like the real fucking deal. Jaden Daniels he's looking like a 10-year vet right now, bro.
Right now, let the second half of the season kick in.
So the funny thing about this matchup, there were two donuts on both sides of the
On
matchup.
the
We had
spectrum.
Mark Andrews, who put up 0 in his tight end spot. What are you gonna do with Mark Andrews? I know McBride had a concussion. Andrews is not looking good. Are you gonna hold him? What you gonna do, man? Then we got Tyreek Hill in his flex, 8.7. As I mentioned before, that whole offensive side of the ball is struggling right now. The best thing, if Tua does come back, then Alex is gonna have a nice 1-2 punch with a chain and Tyreek. But as of right now, it's not looking good. Then he man had half a point from the kicker Jason Myers, and the Steelers defense with 3.6 points, which he both cut after those weeks. I get it. You're to produce, you get the boot. I get it,
You
Alex.
get the
Then we got
booty.
then we got Conrad, who surprisingly Mr. 3-1. Like we mentioned it last week, a quiet. He's locked in. He's focused. He actually made a trade. We'll get to that a little later. I heard that Jeff held him hostage over the phone for about 45 minutes. Jeff was not trying to let him go until a trade was made. Jeff, if you're watching, Jeff, please let us know if that's true or not. CJ Stroud, 28.95 for Mr. CJ Stroud. That offense looks good. Shout out to Pat for sending me Nico this way. Appreciate you, boy. Um,
You held it down with neighbors. I'm not gonna
hey,
lie.
I gave you, in order to get Nico, I had to trade neighbors, and it is what it is. David Montgomery, 15.75. They run a two-headed back in Detroit. And whoever's got the hot hand, that's who they ride in. So if Gibbs is moving the ball, then Gibbs is getting the rock. If it's Jameer Gibbs, if it's David Montgomery, Montgomery's getting the rock. So
Montgomery getting the rock. We all know.
Montgomery with 15.75, man. Travis Etienne with 7.75. JJ 21.25. What is your love with Gabe Davis, Conrad? Please try and explain this shit to me, because I think you've had Gabe Davis every fucking year you've been a part of this league.
He's off the roster now. Give him credit. He finally kicked him off the roster.
It's about fucking time. But Gabe Davis, 0.8 points in his wide receiver 2 spot. Dallas Goedert, 13.45. I thought he was going to have a much bigger day without Devontae and A.J. Brown. But like I said, our offense was shit last week. Thank God we're on the bye. We fucking need it. Rashee Rice, which I want to thank the fantasy gods for watching over me. I reached out to Conrad the morning of package. I was talking some kind of package deal to try to get Rashee Rice back from him. It included Garrett Wilson and I can't remember. It was one of the running backs. It might have been Singletary and Chase Brown, or Chase Brown, whatever. But thank God, the gods was looking over me and said, you know what? He's been going through a lot these last 2 fantasy years. Let's bless him real quick. Let's make Conrad deny his trade. So shout out to Conrad for rejecting it. Rasheed Rice 0 points and out for the year, torn ACL because Mahomes wants to be a fucking idiot and not only throw interception, which fuck you Mahomes, because I started you over Dak Prescott, which I'm gonna get to that when I go over my shit. But you just blindly just close your eyes, dip your shoulder, and just go at the first guy you saw, which was your yo.
Your own guy.
He completely missed the tackle.
Straight black on black crime.
Yo, would you call Mahomes black though?
You're right. You absolutely right.
I know his pops is black. Mahomes, he's like,
he
my thing
speaks
is
too proper.
Yeah, I don't know, but knocked out Rasheed Rice for the year, which was looking like a fucking steal for Conrad. Now, because of Rasheed Rice, Conrad felt like he needed wide receiver help, and I'll go over that right after this. He got his wide receiver help. Then you got Justin Tucker with 5 points. And then the Chief defense was 7.3. But let me just go over this real quick because I don't remember what it was, the exact trade that was made. So let me just look for this real quick. Activities, filter. We're going to go by trades, and then we're going to click Conrad. All right, so Conrad sends Kenneth Walker, who everybody went crazy on Kenneth Walker a couple years ago when he was on waivers. We called it Black Tuesday in the EFL. Everybody was trading that fucking Tuesday to try to get a waiver claim for him. He sends Kenneth Walker and 125 waiver bucks to Mr. Jeff for Juwan Jennings, Drake London, and Roshan Johnson. Who won that? Who, in your eyes, who won that trade?
Yo, 125 plus Kenneth. He gave up half the team. Of course.
Juwan Jennings, Drake London, and Roshan Johnson.
He lost. You don't give up that much. He has nobody left. Who do you have left at that point?
I think this trade was made because of the trade he did earlier in the week with Alex, which since I'm already on here, let me look that up. Which he sent Alex, AJ Brown, and Jordan Mason, and 50 waiver bucks.
He got waiver bucks to spend
For Ayuk and Drake London. So I think he felt some kind of regret on trading his RB1 at the time. I believe he was trying to get back an RB1 in return for making up to what happened. But your man Conrad, bro, 3-1. Yeah, Conrad lost. I had a better offer. Hold on, why is it not showing up? There it goes. Yeah, Conrad lost. I had a better offer, but let's talk about y'all trade. Y'all rape of a trade, though. Who?
Why does he always feel like he has a better offer?
So, who trade rape? What you saying? Our, like, Pat and mine's trade? If that's the case, explain, like, Ayo, Pat, you sending trades right now? I didn't see the proposal. Wow. Trades as we speak on the show is crazy.
Hey, man. A manager's job is never finished.
So, Elias, you raped Pat.
First of all,
never in my life have I touched Pat in any kind of way that he felt uncomfortable.
What is up with this guy in these Diddy-esque comments? Like,
I don't know, but then we got the last match. No, before we get into ours, we got
one more. We got Brian versus
Brian. Don't take that away, man.
You said me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, bet. So this was a high scoring game, technically.
Yeah.
Cav put up 130-25 versus the free smoke out here. 159-64. Gonzo put up numbers. Jared Goff put up 31-10.
Hold on, lose your side first. Lose your side first.
I'm sorry, loser. I'm tripping. We've been using the right side this whole time.
Yeah.
On the left side, the loser side, we got Kev. Kev, please change your name, my boy.
Yo, I'm telling you, his team name will always be Mateo Ordeo. Mateo Ordeo. That's it.
I don't know why he hasn't changed it. He said he was going to change it last week.
He
Still hasn't
did.
changed it.
He did say that. Yeah.
Uh, at his QB, he had Jaden Daniels with 28.35. Then he had James Cook at his RB1. Didn't give him too many points at 6.05. Then he had Jonathan Taylor at RB2 with 20.80. Chris Olave with 17.95. Michael Pittman is finally starting to show up with 18.55 points. He had Komet at his tight end with 6.90, and then he had George Pickens at 17.50 as his flex. Uh, he had Mr. Jake the Drake Elliott with 2 points, and then he had the Buccaneers defense that put up 12.60 points against your punk ass Eagles.
I don't know what to say, man. I'm not too proud of these guys
You
right
know
now.
what to say.
I'm not
That
I'm
boo
not
boo.
I'm not too proud of these guys right now.
That boo boo. Um, Winning circle. We have Brian Gonzo, my boy. He put a 159.64 once again. Jared Goff gave him 31.10. Jameer Gibbs, like you said, if it's Montgomery, they go Montgomery. If it's Gibbs, they go Gibbs. This week it so happened to be Gibbs with 20.55. Then you had 19.65 from Aaron Jones. Yo, that's the best way to say Aaron. I don't care what nobody say. His wide receiver one, he had Stephon Diggs with 19.50. Then he had at his WR2, Brian Thomas, a youngster, the rookie, out of Jacksonville or playing for Jacksonville. I'm sorry, hold on.
Uber Eats is calling, guys. Give him a second.
Nah, this is my customer, man.
Yeah. Hey, Pat, how many sauces you wanted? It's all right, man.
Pause, jackass. Uh, he had 23.15, and that once again is Brian Thomas, y'all, the rookie out of Jacksonville. Then he had George Kittle with 15 points at his tight end. D Hop, I don't know why people keep putting D Hop in their starting lineup. Um, he is on my sit 'em for this week. I might as well just say it now. Sit that man's ass down with 5.35. Then you had Mr. Moody, the kicker out of San Fran, with 11.9 points. And then the Cleveland Browns defense showed up and gave Brian 13.44.
Yo, what's more surprising, Brian going 3-1 or Conrad going 3-1?
Brian is a champion. So
Two
it's not
times.
that
Put some
two
respect
time.
on 2 time.
So we're gonna go Conrad. Because I'm 1-3.
So I want you to go over your matchup first because I I want to talk my shit to Marcus. I want to look into his fucking soul when I talk my
Yeah.
shit.
All
So
right, bet.
go over yours first, please. You turned the camera off, bro.
Yeah, real quick. Hold on. I just gotta
That's a nip slip.
nah bastard. I gotta contact this customer,
Hold on.
unfortunately, in a moment.
Obviously, Hopkins is a sit-him this week. He's on a bye. Wow, Jalen saying you're not doing your research, man.
Oh shit, you absolutely right. I forgot his. I'm looking at week 4, and I'm thinking about week 4. But yeah, for now on, sit his ass down, cause y'all should have been sitting him since week 1. All right, so my dumbass matchup. I'm 1-3, y'all. I don't know what to say at this point. Um, but I'm gonna figure. Yo, why does shit won't go back to week 4? Not week 3. Hold on, I gotta get a week 4. There we go.
So it was a close loss. A
I
close loss
lost
for
by
you.
7 points, y'all, and it's Derek Carr's fault and Devin Singletary's fault this week. I'm gonna blame them too, because everybody else kind of performed. Ramondre, I'm expecting these numbers from you from now on, because you're just a disgrace, and so is the rest of the Patriots team and fans. I hate Boston, as y'all know, but I lost to Chris 93.48 to 100.07. Uh, loser side first, of course. I'm on the left side. Derek Carr gave me 7.45. I was high on their offense the first two games, but it's starting to slow down. We need to pick it back up, y'all. We need to get it right. Derek Carr, you got one more week, or else I'm kicking your ass to the curb. Uh, at my RB1, I have Ramondre Stevenson. He only gave me 8.70 points. I don't know what happened after week one. At this point, I give up on him. He's on the block if anyone wants him. I'm gonna give him away for scraps, just to let you know. At my RB2, I had Devin Singletary, who I just got from you. I'm not mad at this performance. Once again, it was Dallas that they played. Apparently, Dallas tends to show up against the Giants, just like the Eagles tend to show out against the Giants, of course, and how we show out against Washington.
Yeah.
Uh, at my WR1, thank you, Elias, for Malik Neighbors. I appreciate you, my
Yeah,
guy.
that's I still don't know why Jalen's saying trade rate, but
I don't
whatever.
understand it neither. It's you know
Yeah.
why? It's because Jalen wanted Nico.
Yeah,
Every time Jalen wants somebody and he doesn't get him, that's his claim. Oh, you got raped. You got raped. No, I didn't give him to you. So you feel like any trade is just rape. You get what I'm saying?
okay.
Uh, at my wide receiver two, I had Rashid Shaheed with 16.70. He showed up like he was supposed to. Then at my tight end, I had Pat Fairmouth with 16.95. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of all the tight ends this year, he has been consistent.
Yeah, he has.
He has
He was
been
a
consistent.
sleeper. He was a sleeper, one of my sleepers for this year. The fact that you got him, he's been like one of the more consistent tight ends for you. It's been good. But let's see what Jalen says. He said, "Nah, that was rape, and no, I did not. I did not, Nico. I wanted Kyron. You still got raped though, nevertheless."
Ignore what he says, y'all. He's Jalen. And my wide receiver three, I didn't go Wendell Robinson this week. I decided to go Yoshi. Um, I felt like T. Higgins was going to be slowly introduced back into the offense.
Okay.
That was the complete opposite of my of my what my expectations was. This man went the fuck off. So if you had T. Higgins on your bench, you're tripping because he went off. He only gave me 4.15 points, and then I had my man Fairburn with 6 points at my kicker, and then the Texans let me down. I thought they were going to lock up
Hold
Jacksonville.
on. We got Shaka Khan in the building. We got Shaka wants to know, hey, would you trade Garrett Wilson for T. Higgins, Brian Thomas, and Kelsey? Redraft PPR. So I have Garrett Wilson and I put him on the block. I think right now, uh the hype
That
was real.
situation,
Right,
that
the hype was real coming out with Aaron Rodgers. I believed he was gonna have Devontae Adams like numbers this year. I figured a healthy Aaron Rodgers, a better O line. You add, Brees Hall has been a good back since he entered the league. You add Mike Williams, who's a proven receiver on the other side.
he has
This guy,
Lazard.
Lazard, back with A Rod, like you can see he's putting up numbers. Garrett Wilson, I think he's had 8 catches all fucking year. Like it's bad. Garrett Wilson. So uh I
Garrett
don't
Wilson,
know.
he's had, I can tell you right now, he's had a total of 20 catches this year.
It feels like 8, man.
Targets, he's over 30 targets. This is
Would,
this is what
would
I think is
I?
gonna play out. I would definitely I would give him up. The reason I would give him up 9 out of 10 times was gonna happen if Aaron says that he wants Devontae, I think Garrett is included in that trade.
I don't know about that. I think they try to keep Garrett Wilson, but what like Alex said, and I was just about to say this: if you have, if your tight end is shit, and without Rasheed Rice, that means Kelsey's value just went up. So
Absolutely.
depending on what's the rest of your roster looking like, Shaka, how your other receivers are, and how your tight end is, um, I will agree with Alex. I would say go after Kelsey with the injury and the news about Rashee Rice and missing the rest of the year. Because as we mentioned, Mahomes just kind of just threw his leg out there. Uh, Definitely go and get yourself Kelsey. But I
And
want to
get
say,
and
I
go
was
get your
just
T
looking back.
Higgins.
I was just looking back at this, right? So Garrett Wilson for Higgins, Brian Thomas, and the Kelsey, or is one of those three?
Yeah.
Because if it's the 3-for-1, do the
You
fucking
gotta
trade.
take that. You
If
gotta take that.
easily, if it's those three guys for Garrett Wilson, do the trade. But I wonder if he put that in as far as like those are the options he has potentially for the trade. So let us know, Shaka, how the hold on, let's see. All three send
Take it. Accept that.
accept
You
it.
shouldn't even be asking us. You
Pound
should
the
be
accept
telling us you
button.
did that. You
Pound
should
the
be
accept
telling us you
button
did that.
as quick as possible
Yeah.
before they change their mind. T. Higgins, like we said, is getting back into the offense. Brian Thomas Jr. is this guy's is Trevor Lawrence's favorite target right now, especially with Ingram being out. Gabe Davis is ass, and Christian Kirk is always going to be a possession receiver. And Kelsey, smash the fucking accept button right now. Then we got, let's see, we got a hold on. My RBs are Brees, Kamara, Jacoby for
Dobbins.
Jacoby. Sorry, Jerome Ford, J.K. Dobbins. My receivers are London, Rice, Neighbors, Godwin, Pitton, Deontay Johnson. My tight end is Bowers. Would you do London, Deontay Johnson, or Godwin for Tyreek? He
No.
wants only one.
No. Tyreek. The reason we're telling you no, that quarterback situation in
But
Miami
listen,
was shit. And
hold
I
on, go
get
ahead.
that Tua is going back. It's coming back.
Explain yourself, and I'm gonna explain mine real quick. Go ahead. Explain why you say no, because I'm on the opposite of this one. I think with the lineup he has with Neighbors, Godwin, who Godwin gets his catches, he's a PPR machine, and obviously Rice is hurt, so you can't really include Rice. Um, Drake London, if I was you, I would move on from Pittman because you don't have to rely on Tyreek. You can wait till you have London, Neighbors, and
But
Godwin.
he's not asking for Pittman. He's asking for London, Dante, or Goodwin.
Okay, Deontay Johnson, easy,
How
easy,
easy? They got Sammy down there.
easy,
Sammy balling.
easy. If you
No.
ask me, if you're trading Deontay Johnson for Tyreek Hill straight up, and I know we just mentioned that Tyreek's value is down because of the QB situation,
And what if
but
Tua gets hurt again?
it's still Tyreek Hill, man. If you listen, he still has London, Neighbors, Godwin, Pittman. Are you
So
fuck?
why do you need Tyreek?
Why not? If you're telling me Deontay Johnson,
Because
yo,
Tua is gonna get another concussion, and instead of throwing up crip signs, he's
Augusto,
gonna be throwing up blood signs.
Augusto, listen to the guy that is 2-2 and not 1-3. All right.
Listen to the guy that has a Miami receiver on his team. I have a
You,
Miami
you,
receiver on my
I
team.
would smash that.
I bet you would.
Deontay
Fruitcake.
Johnson for Deontay Johnson for Tyreek Hill is no question. So your man said Shaka said all three, and they said, haha, all right, thanks guys. I'm gonna accept. I would hope so. I would hope you accept that. But go
I
ahead,
don't know
Package.
about Tyreek, bro. I don't. It's just that Miami situation is very. I get that he's coming back in 2 to 3 weeks, but at that point, are they even gonna? Is he gonna have the ball in his hand that
Hold on.
long
Because
for
we
him to even get it
we
to
not
Tyreek?
even we're not even finished with the matchup stage of the show, but we got all right, we got Mike who saying, hey y'all, can I swing Purdy and Keon Coleman for Joey B? It's a 1 QB league, and this guy is starting Chase Daniels. Now why Chase Daniels? Sorry, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Um,
Um,
I don't listen. Uh, you
that's a
if
toughie.
if you could obviously if he's starting Daniels, right, he might feel like there's no need for Joe Burrow to be on his team. I don't know the way his team is built, the way your team is built. Obviously, I think Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy, right? It's a higher ceiling with Joe
With
Burrow,
Joe.
right? Purdy's more on the safer side. So if you're looking for a high floor, Purdy's the guy. Keon Coleman had that one good game, man. I'm a Florida State fan. I love Keon Coleman and FSU. he had that one big game, and then the rest has been kind of shit. Khalil Shakir is the guy, and after Shakir is looks like Kincaid is starting to finally get things rolling. So I would say if you can swing Purdy and Coleman for Burrow, I'll say go for it.
I say
Uh,
pull that trigger as well.
the thing is uh he might not do it but who knows, right? Let's see. We got
He said his
Jalen,
team is lacking.
Alexander,
My
this
bad.
team,
Michael
the
said his
Daniels
team is
Pro.
lacking. Is stacked with is stacked. So
All
he's
right,
just lacking a
so
QB.
pull if you can pull that trade, Mike. Go ahead, pull it. Pat got PTSD from having two on his lineup during the
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
if like we said, Mike, if you can pull that trade and somehow convince that guy to take a underperforming Keon Coleman and a Purdy who seems like he's just gonna start on Daniels' bye week, or if any injury or maybe matchups, if Purdy has a better matchup against over Daniels, maybe he starts Purdy, but definitely go and try to get yourself Burrow. Let's see right now starters: Purdy, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Olave, Amon Ra, Nico, Ingram / likely. Your tight ends is a little oh right now because Ingram hasn't been playing. Your tight end's a little weak, but once Ingram gets back, I think that's not a bad tight end to have with
Yeah,
those
man. If I was
receivers.
you, I'll go get Joe. Go get Cool Joe.
Yeah, and you got look. Then he'll have Purdy, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Olave, St. Brown, Nico. Wild team got yeah, yeah. I would say go get yourself Purdy. But go ahead, Pat. I know you still on yours, or do you? No, you finished yours.
Nah, I
So
finished mine. Now we're going to Chris. I'm sorry, I was looking at the trade offer. Hold on, let me get back to the page. All right, here we go. Matchups for this week 4. Um, Winner circle, of course, Chris. Uh, big, big Chris.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
is the circle big enough for him to fit in?
I don't know. I don't know. We might have to tuck him on the inside, like tuck the outsides in a little
Tell,
bit, but we'll get him in there.
tell him just suck it in real quick, squeeze in. Like we've
Breathe, Chris,
all
breathe.
listen from majority of us that born and raised in New York, we know what it's like to suck it in and squeeze on that subway till the doors close, and then you just let it go as soon as the door closes. Man, we've been there.
We've been there exactly. He started A. Rich at QB with 4.95 points. Brees Hall, yo, that Jets defense, that Jets team is just. This was his first bad showing, but Brees
Yeah,
Hall had 3.80.
yeah.
The Jets got to figure it out. They need to go get Devontae, open that field up, get Aaron some more time. They need to figure it out. They got Rashad White. He had Rashad White at his RB2 with 11.90. Harrison Jr. 16.00 at his W1. Um, Man, with Jordan Love coming back, this boy Jaden Reed is gonna go off again. 28.35. Putting up the numbers for Chris. It was so good he didn't have to start a tight end because he technically didn't. Kyle Pitts gave him 0 points. Kyle Pitts gave him 0 points. So I
I wasn't
lost and he
expecting.
put up a donut.
I was not expecting that shit, man. You got me fucking crying over here. I was about to say, look, I got my phone open, right? I'm like, oh shit, he didn't start a tight end. I just looked down and saw Kyle Pitts. You're a
He
fucking
might as
idiot.
well have not started one. He could have been disrespectful like that.
Oh my
Um,
god.
then here goes the man that that came back and showed out for a little bit. T. Higgins with 13.25. Um,
Oh,
McPherson at his kicker, he had 14.20, which he snapped. That's normally what Fairburn does for me, but for some reason he decided to not kick like that. He only had one field goal for me. That's fucked up, but whatever. And then the Jets defense with 7.62 points.
so let's see. You see who that is as our guest. We're gonna go over this last matchup, and then we're gonna bring him on so he can finally talk his shit. Uh, yo, Marcus, look at me, boy. Look at me when I talk to you, boy. Back at 500, like I said, we had to put the beats on Mark the Shark 161.53 to 148.56. Marcus, I love you. I'm glad that you put up numbers finally, but you're not fucking with me, bro. That one win you got on Brian, that was a fluke win. Brian said it last week, and if he didn't say it, that's what he meant, motherfucker. So we're gonna go loser side first. Lamar Jackson, like I said, I was a little scared. 28.2, not enough. Derrick Henry had me nervous. 36.4, not enough. Oh, Chuba Hubbard that I sold for 25 waiver bucks before the season started, 23.6. Right? I would have liked to kept Chuba if I knew that was happening. Zay Flowers, 2.25. Garbage, Marcus. Fucking garbage.
Bazura?
Chris Godwin, 13.9. All right, it's a little light work. Might as well not start a tight end either because Mike Gesicki, the worst gritty in NFL history, 0.1. Deontay Johnson, you thought the Panthers was going to beat me? You thought Deontay Johnson and Chuba Hubbard was going to beat me? Not happening. 22.05 for Deontay. Daniel Carson with 10.6 points as kicker position. And then the Raiders defense with 11.46. Fuck the Raiders. They're trash anyway. Then we got started fucking Patrick Mahomes, which how do you bench Mahomes, right? I had that little kind of like, do I start Dak against the Giants? It's a better matchup. But you know what? How do you bench Mahomes? Starting Mahomes 14.5. That's all I needed. Imagine if I would have had a 40-piece Mahomes week. I would have really shitted on Marcus. Then thank you, appreciate it. Kyron Williams 21.65. My boy DeAndre Swift, former Eagle, former Lion, now current Bear, 30.5 points from my boy D Swifty, my guy. CD Lamb finally looked like a fucking wide receiver this week, 24.1 point. Garrett Wilson, which we just kind of spoke to my boy Shaka as far as trading him, which he said he just accepted it. I wish somebody would give me a 3-for-1 for Garrett Wilson right now. 7.6 points for Mr. Garrett Wilson. Dalton Kincaid, as we mentioned, looking like he's becoming that guy. He had 7 targets on the night, 5 receptions for 47 yards, 10.45 in my tight end position. Thank you, Pat, for Mr. Nico Collins. Nico, 35.1 points in my flex position. I picked up Boswell, kicker from the Steelers. He gave me a solid 8, and the Ravens defense with a 9.68, man. In the great words of Dre Z, what more can I say? Fucking shit it on Marcus, all right? And you know what? I'm gonna put it now. I know you watching, Jalen. I know you watching, boy. I'm about to shit on you, motherfucker. That's it. You about to get your first loss to me. But shout outs to the winners, myself, Conrad, Brian, Chris, Trav, and who the fuck am I missing? And Jalen. For all getting a dub this week. And it's been a long time coming, but we want to introduce my former co-host when we started this, Mr. Trav. Welcome to the fucking building, Trav. Your home is mine. That's wild.
No pause.
No.
What's up with you two Diddy Fives?
Travis is the man of the hour. Let's put him on the big screen.
Yeah, Travis, you need to fix your speaker or something.
Why? What's wrong with it?
It's like super staticky and echoey. But yo, where have you been? Tell the people you've been MIA for a season and a half.
You see where he been at? He just wiped his lip. He was eating that doodle lump.
So
shut up, P Titty. I'm back.
Just can't stop, won't stop.
I've been MIA, but I've been watching.
Everything good, man? Welcome back, bro.
Everything is good, man.
Yo, Trav, every time I see you, your glasses get thicker. What's going on over
there? My vision shot, my boy.
My
vision bad.
I can see the back lens behind the back lens. That shit is nasty.
You may say he's seeing the world in 4K, man. That's fucking crazy.
No,
I can see the
lens
future
being thicker than the frames. That's nasty work.
I can see the future, and I see me in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
So, you sure?
Is my mic good now?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right, bet.
So, 2-2, right? Me and you are, we came back from a win. We back to 500. Oh my God. Look, read that. We can't see who's drafted in 2026. Talk about sleepers.
Yo, he see them wide awake.
Yo, but you back in the winning column, right? As we mentioned, you just shitted on Drew this week. How does it feel to be back on top, man?
It feels good, man. You know what's crazy? I feel like if I set my lineup perfectly, I could. I was meant to beat Kevin. I just fucked up my lineup, and I knew I was gonna lose the Pat. Yo, I don't think since we've been doing fantasy, I ever beat Pat, yo.
Hold on.
Which
Never,
is
my
fucking
boy.
I
crazy.
can hold on. I can pull it up because I have the record saved and all that. Let
I
me
don't
just
even remember a day when I beat Patrick. Like,
You have
like,
never beat me, my boy.
that shit is wicked. Like, I
hold
don't
on.
know,
I can
man.
tell you right now for sure. Hold on. Let me just where is this at? Fuck, where the fuck is this thing at?
And
2020.
I like it is crazy how I was supposed to play Conrad week 1, but then the schedule changed.
No. That was the schedule that started off with sleeper, not the schedule that obviously we make, and where the fuck is this? But you sounds like you were scared. Like, oh, I was supposed to play Conrad, but
I fear no man.
all right, so let's see. We go right here. Head to head records, right? We go to Trav. Trav, you are 1-7 against Patrick.
That's fucking crazy, bro. I don't know what it is.
Yo,
Like, I really
why are they roasting you with your glasses? Trav can burn it with his glasses.
don't make fun of my disability, bitch.
Yo,
Yo,
Trav, the only disability you have is a mental one.
Yo, when I got them, like when I went to pick up my glasses, I looked, I was like, God damn.
no, Brian said, "What's his head to head with you?" Referring to Trav. So Brian, you're head to head with Trav. You are losing 2-6. Trav is
Against Brian?
no. Brian's
Oh, I was
losing.
about to
Man
say,
has a
like, what
losing
the
record.
Yeah, Brian, come on, man.
But
We not the same breezy.
yo, give us a little insight on how your life been going, man. Talk to the people, man. Talk to the people.
I'm chilling,
Tell him about your hemorrhoids.
move, move back to Virginia, you know what I'm saying? Got the crib, new job, like everything's going good, man.
You still rocking those $5 footlongs?
Nah, I don't even know where them shits went. I really don't. So I'll never forget your
You
brother
still
owed
rocking
me
with
some
the
fucking
salami?
Roshis, bitch. When his dog shit on my shoes, bro.
You how do you feel about your team, man? Like,
Listen, I have depth on my bench. That's something I really wanted. And I was at work drafting. And I was like, fuck
which
everybody up here.
why you was at work when you know damn well I was telling people
Listen, I needed the hours, bro. But I knew I was gonna draft, and I every pick on my team is my pick, so I feel good about it. I feel like I got the best deal in the draft in DK Metcalf. And I just wanted to remain silent. No trading too much. I only traded once, I believe.
Did you make a trade this
Yeah,
year?
with you. Wasn't it with you?
What was it? I don't even remember. Oh
I
well,
mean,
I
The
I
tight
just
end.
got money. That's it. Was just it's
Yeah,
not
like
a
that
real
was the only
trade.
trade, and I
Not a
feel
real.
confident in my team. I do need a tight end though to the league. I need a tight end.
what's up? Dalton Schultz is on the block.
Dalton, we could talk. We could talk off camera. I don't want the commish listening because you know how corrupt he is and shit.
You absolutely right. And this is a conversation I have with him every week. Every week I talk to him and I
Remember when
tell
he
him about a
blocked your
trade.
trade, Pat? Let's never forget that.
Yo, hold on. We're not gonna go through with this shit, man.
Patrick
Yo,
wasn't to me. Patrick
Eddie was
wasn't mad
about
enough.
listen. Eddie was about to jump off of the bridge because there was no more rice left at the barbecue, and he was fire selling. He was giving away his players for fucking spoons of food, bro.
That's a lie.
I disagree. I
I
disagree with that. I
disagree.
feel like
Yo, hold on,
those
you
are the trades that he
disagree?
wanted to
Were
make.
you not one of the first people that called me like, "Yo, commissioner, can't let this go through"?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Me?
were you not?
I
Yes.
disagree. I never did that.
Oh no, you
I
was
never did
not.
that.
Nah,
Yo, we can
that's
have
crazy.
we
Nah,
can
He's
have a
playing
whole
both sides of the fence.
you can have a we can have a whole podcast about you and your fucking corruption. That's all I'm
So
saying.
listen,
I got
right?
stories, bro.
So we got Alex, tighten your anus. Well, how do you? First of all, that home
Hey,
team not your How do you feel about your matchup against Alex coming up? Right now,
Listen,
we know projections don't mean shit, but he's projected to beat you 119 to 112. Mr.
listen.
112.
Let me say this. You remember what Chris Tucker said to Juntao after he killed him? Wipe yourself off. You're dead. Get the fuck out of here, Alex. You're done, Alex. You're done. I'm winning. I'm getting a dub, man. I feel like my team is good. I'm actually putting up points. I remember last season I couldn't even pass 100 points, man.
Yeah,
Like I was struggling. Like I was really second guessing. Like I was like, damn, can I really do this fantasy shit still?
well, the way listen, since three out of the six of us is here, right? We're missing Eddie, Alex, and Jeff. We are shit in
Yeah.
the league versus league. We are shit.
Yeah.
The EFL is not what I thought the EFL was
Bro,
gonna.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Right?
If it's
Let's
not
be
for
real.
Jeff and Alex, we got like no fucking wins.
I gotta win. I gotta win. I
I gotta
three
win
wins.
too. I won last week.
I'm 1-7, bro.
Yo, but I'm like, how you get? I be getting double losses and shit.
Because
I remember.
it's
That's
against
because you gotta hit the mark every week. There's a certain amount of points that you have to hit over. If you don't hit over that number, it counts as a loss towards you.
So-
Whether you win and beat that other person, you still have to hit that mark.
That's made for like. Do you see like this week, right? Marcus put up the third highest scoring points in the EFL. Right,
Yeah.
it was me, Brian, Marcus. Marcus just ran up to me, lost. Obviously, like it is what it is. But if we were to do that, Marcus would get 1 win, 1 loss because he would be over the league medium. So it helps balance like people who just had bad luck and just ran up into like the highest scoring team, which I had like fucking 2 for the last 2 years. But Alex is the reason we're like I didn't even check this week. How much are we down, Alex? Like what's our total wins for the EFL and what's their total wins for them?
Yeah, he's a perfect guy to ask for the math. You feel me?
Hey, last week that's like
So young.
somebody called me an Uber home. I missed the bus watching this shit. Watch on your own accord, motherfucker. Watch at your own risk.
Yo, so I'm off topic. Let me just say this. I know the Devontae Adams rumors is crazy, but I swear on my life, if they trade him to the Chiefs, I'm taking this and I'm burning it, and I'm done being a Raiders fan.
So
Finally,
what team would you be?
I would probably, I don't know,
Chiefs
man.
fan.
Like,
You'd be a Chiefs fan.
yo,
but
I'm
hell
gonna be
no, you
honest.
crazy.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'll
You know
stay
who
out the
you look
AFC West.
You-
I'll
you-
stay out
you-
the AFC West.
You look like a Chargers fan.
You're bugging. You're bugging. I'll
look
stay
like
out the
one of
AFC
them.
West. I'll probably hop on the Detroit bandwagon. I ain't even gonna lie.
Damn.
Because this Raider shit killing me,
Yo,
man.
Brian says, "Stand on." You sound like Devontae Smith. Oh,
Yo.
Devontae Adams. Like, I need to get out
If
of here.
they trade, because I'm seeing these rumors about him going to Kansas City.
Alex,
If
what
they
is
do
that?
that, I'm done, bro.
Alex forgot he's talking to us, not his parents.
What does that say?
Yeah.
Soy
I don't know.
sauce?
I
He
could
talking about
translate
soy
that. I
sauce?
could translate that.
Pat can
I could
definitely look at-
translate that.
That's Pat's order on the menu when he serves
No,
that shit.
no, I could translate
That
that.
is pork fried rice with extra ribs for Pat, bro.
They be like, hello, Patrick, same order?
Say order.
Same order?
The Rouge room?
The usual, Patrick?
No, it's not. They can't say the L's. It's the Rouge room.
The Rouge rule.
The Rouge
This
room.
nigga, the Chinese dude
That shit
deliver the
crazy.
food and they have a beer together and watch TV. Like, all right, I gotta go, Pat.
Nah, but yo, Travis, it's good. It's good to have you back on the pod, man.
Yeah, man. And I didn't even know y'all changed the name of the podcast, bro.
Yeah, we wanted to do it more broad and not just about the EFL, but fuck everybody else, bro. It's EFL or die, if you ask me.
Yo, I was thinking we gotta get that master debaters thing going again, man.
I'm telling you, we don't beat the dicks, we beat the topics. That was the best punchline in the world, bro.
No pause. Real.
But
Yo, Trav, how you
don't know
feel
if
about the conference bet we got?
What conference bet?
So the
Go ahead.
highest
Go ahead,
scoring,
Smurf.
the highest scoring division between the EFC, the LFC, and the SFC, right? The winner. So you add up the 4 teams' point total, and whoever has the highest, the other 2 will have to either Patrick and I will have to dye our beard, or Alex will have to wear a Donald Trump toupee for a week.
I feel like, first of all, Elias, you want to dye your beard already because you're trying to come out the closet. You like, oh, I gotta dye my beard pink. Oh no, head ass. You feel me? So I feel like that Donald Trump show would be funny as hell.
So just I just
Donald
Well, it's
Wong
looking
Trump?
like it.
Donald Wong Trump is wild.
Yo,
Yo, Donald Wong Trump is the
Yeah, that is one of the greatest names ever.
fucking
listen.
Jimmy Wang Yang. Alex, you going down, bro.
So
Ever
for
since you
you,
came into this league, shit just got fucked up.
listen.
The
If you
collusion got worse. You
if
feel
you
me?
were to say like give us a rough over under how many points you're gonna beat them by. I'm gonna set the thing at 12. Over under 12-point victory.
I'm gonna say over.
Woo.
I'm gonna say I need it to be over, man.
All right.
Oh, Pat, what
Who's
this
going to
says?
be your
That's your
highest
Tuesday
scorer?
order. That's past Tuesday,
Roster
man.
spot.
My highest scorer
Who's going to be your highest scorer on your squad?
it's gonna be a surprise, but it's gonna be Brock Bowers.
You think so?
I
Brock?
think that Brock Bowers is gonna make some noise down the stretch, and I feel like he's gonna be a great addition to my
Well,
team. And like
Trav, I
I
don't know
draft,
if you.
and I don't draft rookies. Like I don't
Yeah.
like drafting rookies. So
Boy,
you
I
know,
traded for a rookie. When do you ever see me have any rookies on my team?
I try to stay away from them because, especially like rookie
Absolutely.
receivers, I try to stay away from them.
Listen, I drafted 2 Giants. Wasn't proud of it, but
Yeah, I don't know. Like you, I would never do
hey,
that.
hey,
I
times
Because
drafted a
you,
Dallas
because you
Cowboy
try,
this year.
you finally trying to win. That's what you're trying to do.
And
so
I drafted an Eagle this year. I
I don't
drafted
know,
both.
yo, Trav. I don't know if you've watched and you've seen what we've been doing, but we're about to start the top 10 players of the EFL for Week 4. So let me get that ready and go over this shit for you guys. At number 10,
Oh, that's fire.
we got
That's okay, Peter.
Jaden Reed, who finished as the wide receiver 2 on Chris's squad, 28.35 points, 7 catches on 8 targets, 139 yards, 1 TD. Number 9, we got CJ fucking Stroud, who finished as the QB7 on Conrad Savage, 28.95 points, 27 completions, 345 yards with 2 tutties. Then we got this color. You already know who it is. It's motherfucking DeAndre Swifty on my squad. Finished as the RB3, 30.5 points, 93 rush yards, 1 touchdown, 7 catches on 7 targets for 72 yards. Come on, take a guess. Take a guess. Brian's third-round pick, Jared Goff, finished as the QB4 this week, putting up 31.1. Went perfect, 18 for 18, 292 yards, 2 tutties, 1 catch for 7 yards, and a tutty. Who's going to break the bank on Mr. Justin Fields, finished as the QB1, who's currently a free agent. 32.1 points, 22 completions, 312 yards, 1 touchdown, 55 rushing yards, 2 tutties, bro. I'm just going to skip over this because fuck you, Baker Mayfield, who's just shitting on us. QB3 on Brian's squad also.
He's shooting the Eagles.
5 points, 30 completions, 347 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 rushing yards, and a touchdown. I see the color on this one. It got to be fucking Kenny Walker, who's now on Jeff's squad, but was on Conrad's team last week. RB2, 34 points, 8 rushing yards, 80 rushing yards with 3 tutties. Come on now. Come on now. Thank you, Patrick, because Nico Collins finished as the wide receiver 1 on my squad. 35.1 points, 12 catches on 15 targets, 151 yards, and a tutty. Derrick fucking Henry balled the fuck out this week against me on Marcus' squad. Finished as the RB1 with 36.4 points, 199 rushing yards, 1 tutty, 3 for 3 in the air, 10 yards with a tutty. And that Green Bay fucking cheese is Jordan Love with the QB2 on Jeff's squad with 39.05 points, 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 INTs, 6 rushing yards on the floor, man. So those were the top 10 EFL players of the fucking week. Trav, welcome back. I said it plenty of times, man. It's good to have you, man. Love you. Appreciate you taking your time being here and reading.
Love y'all too, man.
Reading Patrick's Chinese order for us. I appreciate
Y'all love
that.
kissing each other's big ass heads, don't y'all?
Yo, that edit was pretty good, Elias. The University of San Juan really taught you well. They really taught you well. That shit was dope.
And you know what? I never mentioned this before in the past, but shout out for Pat for that beat that we got on the little video, man. So
You made that beat, Pat?
Yes, sir.
That's
yeah,
what's up, man.
that was the sound he walks down the stairs. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
We still waiting for that flashy splashy though, bro.
Oh
I
my
don't know
god!
what
Still
y'all
wait. You
talking
think
about.
niggas forgot?
I
Yo,
don't know what
It's
y'all
like
talking
9/11.
about.
Never forget, bro.
Yo, we need
yo,
to end this podcast. All right, guys, we've been
hold
on
on,
here
hold
for an
on.
hour and
I'm gonna
10
end it
minutes.
just like this, right? And flat out. Oh my god! This
Yo,
is a
end this damn
banger.
podcast. End the goddamn podcast. I'm bringing